Have you ever wondered why someone with the same sun sign as you handles things completely differently? Like, you're both Geminis, which sucks. Just kidding. But you're both Geminis, but you go out and get shit done when you're upset and they're like crying all the time and having to stay home. That's because it's probably not your sun sign that's mattering there. It's more your moon sign. The moon sign is how you feel safe, you feel loved, how you feel nurtured, and how you comfort yourself when you're going through any emotional experience. And it shows up a lot in how you live your daily life and relationships. So if you're excited to dive into each moon sign and how it manifests in daily life, in relationships, and also tips I recommend for each moon sign, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. If you're new here, hi, I'm Maren. I make videos on astrology and I also make music and I have movies and stuff, so like just find me everywhere. You know where to find me. Description has all the links. We're gonna start here in this video by talking about how each moon sign manifests in daily life. Then we're gonna get into the moon signs in relationships, and then we're gonna get into my personal comments about each moon sign because I have tea. And before we get into that, there's not a more fitting ad for a moon sign video than a mattress ad. Before we get any further, I wanted to say a big thank you to Birch Living for sponsoring today's video. Birch Living makes mattresses that are crafted with responsibly sourced materials like organic cotton, organic wool, and 100% natural latex. These mattresses are free from polyurethane foams, which can cause health issues, and they're also constructed without fiberglass, which you don't want in your mattress. My boyfriend and I have joined our cats together, so I now have 6 cats. So general like little respiratory systems, I'm thinking about that. I want my cats to be healthy and not breathing in scary stuff. I loved that this was delivered right to my door for free within the US, and they offer in-home setup and removal, which made it really easy to replace my old mattress and get to sleeping well. My old mattress literally broke. This bed broke, the mattress broke. It was a whole ordeal. While I was away filming a movie, my friends who were taking care of my house unboxed everything and put everything together for me and had this ready for me to come back home to, which I'm so thankful for. And I have been lounging here with my cats, sleeping very well over the past few days. I am someone that is used to waking up at night way too hot, and I love that this keeps me cool, and obviously my cat's cool. Dobby in particular is a big fan of this mattress. I love my Birch Living mattress, and I think you would too. So head over to birchliving.com/Maren to get started on improving your sleep and get 25% off your Birch mattress. I have literally gotten more sleep and better sleep than I have ever now that we've switched, and not because of anything else, but literally my Oura ring has been like near 90% sleep, which is unheard of for me. So if you are thinking about getting a new mattress and having natural, sustainable materials is important for you, check out Birch Living. They're having a sale over the next few days, and my cats and I can literally attest that this is a very cozy mattress. So now we're gonna run through how each moon sign manifests in their daily life. I'm gonna talk about how each moon sign goes through their day, processes emotions, and what that shows up as. So starting with the first sign of Aries, Aries is cardinal fire. So Aries is high energy. Aries wants validation, it wants excitement, it wants constant movement and change of emotional environment to feel okay. So they want goals. They want to feel like they're out accomplishing something. They're kind of like dogs. Like I have to use that analogy. Like Aries moons are kind of like puppies. They want to feel rewarded. They want to be going after something and doing something that has an end goal. So more than anything, Aries moon needs to feel like they are free enough to go after their goals and free enough to be excited. They want excitement. They want, like a little kid or a dog, they want to have their tail like wagging metaphorically and be excited by what they're doing in their daily life. Aries moons have less of a need for constant security or safety. They might be more secure in risky or weird emotional situations because they just want to feel the excitement of novel experience more than other moon signs. Taurus moons are going after emotional security and stability. You know, they might want their soft blankets, their stuffed animals, good food, and knowing everything is going to be in its place. Taurus moons, they're not necessarily boring, and they're not necessarily, I mean, if you consider wanting safety and security boring, by all means, maybe they are. The Taurus moons just want to feel like the ground is not going to crumble underneath them. They're not going to be surprised. They want security, they want to know what's going to happen, and they love routine. Taurus moons want their day-to-day to be secure, and they do not want surprises that they're not already kind of okay with and expecting from you. They really want honesty in what's coming up. Gemini moons tend to overthink everything and very much get in their own head. So Gemini moons need to be able to talk it out and communicate about their feelings on a daily basis. They do not need to feel too tied down. They're not like Taurus moons where they need to be really stable and secure in what they know is happening. They need to be able to communicate it. So if you have a Gemini moon, therapy and talking with those around you is key. You need to be able to have a conversation and an open dialogue about what's happening externally, about what's happening internally in order to process things. So I always think that Gemini moons are the kind of people where even in their personal life, they have to go to like 15 different people to talk it out and to get opinions. So Gemini moons are little chatterboxes, and that's how they process their emotions. Cancer moons are just peak coziness. Like the moon rules Cancer. So the moon in its own sign is just pure mush. It is wanting home as a sanctuary. It is wanting extreme security and reciprocity in relationships. And it's about literally having a firm emotional connection to anything and everything. Cancer moons are so nostalgic. So if you think of just kind of like a puddle of mush, I love Cancer moons, so I'm not saying that in a bad way, but Cancer moons, they're living in constant, overwhelming emotion and feeling about everything. So in their daily life, that manifests as everything being meaningful, everything touching them. And therefore, if you're around a Cancer moon, just be sensitive. Like they're little babies, you know, everything's gonna hit really deep. But it does mean also that they can be so considerate and they give the best hugs and they just like know how to comfort you because they feel everything too. And different than other water signs, Cancers are more ready to initiate or take responsibility about these things. So like Cancer moons are willing to take action to change their emotional scenery too. They're not gonna wallow forever. It just means that they feel deeply. Leo moons want validation. I love a Leo moon. I'm not giving shade. Attention, validation, praise. They want to feel as if they are secure because people like them or approve of them. It doesn't mean that you're like an egomaniac or that you need to feel like you're better than anyone else, but they really want to feel recognized and appreciated and like others are thankful for their presence. If they feel as if they're just like anyone else or ordinary or not showing that they're worthy, that's gonna really like make them retreat. Like even though they also like luxury and like the little like the finer things, I would say like they definitely are kind of like a label whore energy. More so they just want to feel like they're validated and appreciated, like a cat. Like a cat wants to be petted. It wants to be getting the attention, and that's how a Leo moon kind of is. Virgo moons are little control freaks. Virgo moons are calm when they have control and understanding of the details of a situation. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be the leader, but it generally shows that they want a to-do list, they want details, they want awareness of how things are going to play out. They're not like a Taurus moon where they need everything to be in place or secure, but they like want to have an understanding of the mechanisms behind things. And Virgo moons want to feel proficient in planning and analyzing things. And they are secure when they have a list and they have a comprehension and planning for what is to come. They want to be able to process things without feeling like they are overwhelmed mentally. They want to feel as if they can understand the pattern and the way that things are running. Libra moon, which is what I have, they really want harmony and peace in their relationships. Other moon signs are okay with conflict around them. They might get off on conflict and about the differences between people really getting them off and feeling like they learned through that. Libra moons really need harmony restored and like peace around them to function. I know personally, I literally am catatonic if someone is mad at me or if I am mad at someone else, because I don't really get mad or angry. I just get sad and offended. Literally not function. Like the safety comes from conflict being resolved and from peace and from just people being nice. So there can be strong people-pleasing tendencies. I give people the benefit of the doubt and try to see their side way too often in order to like calm the conflict. But Libra moons more than any other sign just want things to fucking work out and people to be nice. And that sometimes means that we are not as overtly emotional about when we're upset with other people because we don't want to make them feel bad. So it is the most relationship sensitive moon sign, I'd say. It's the sign the most focused on other people's feelings towards us. Scorpio moon is much more willing to go through that conflict and those really intense experiences because they want absolute trust and vulnerability. They want the honest truth. They want extreme proximity and extreme involvement. They want to feel the extreme vulnerability and ties to other people and situations in their life. So they definitely might be the sign that you could generalize and say feels the most intensity because they put themselves in situations where they're willing to do that. So in their daily life, they want depth and meaning and extreme privacy as well. Scorpio moons are very private. They're easily embarrassed. So they're very emotional, but they don't show it. In their daily life, that manifests as privacy, as intensity, as going through a lot alone, and literally seeking out those those sensations because they feel accomplished and they feel like happy to go into those kinds of emotional spaces that someone with an air sign moon is like, I'm good, I don't need to go there. Sagittarius moons want freedom and adventure and fun in their daily life. They seek out things that could be high risk or attention seeking. And it's different than the other fire signs because it's less about like what I want to do and more about what is a new thing I haven't done. Sagittarius moons need kind of an open horizon to navigate and are more willing to jump into new emotional experiences. So in their daily life, that just manifests as being a kind of little trickster and little shit and not taking anything too deep and liking to jump around from emotional interest to emotional interest because of the novelty and the excitement and the newness of it. Capricorn moons, their day-to-day emotional safety comes from accomplishment and being able to look in the mirror and be like, I fucking did that. So even though it can mean more conflict or less emotional safety, they want to feel like they really climbed the ladder and they feel emotionally secure when it's like, oh, I built all this myself. I have something to show and I have something that is valuable. And often they were raised in a way that made them grow up very early or be estranged very early or had to raise themselves or other people. And from that comes the sense that if they're accomplishing more and building more in like a generally capitalistic societal sense, they then feel secure. Like I like to say, the Capricorn placements are like capitalist dream because it's like, as a Capricorn rising, all I want to do is just be accomplished. Like all I want to do is just feel secure in what I do. I don't have a Capricorn moon, so it's more about doing the best I can, but like internally I just want peace more than I want accomplishment. But Capricorn moons, they really depend on making things to feel secure. Aquarius moons, it's like their security doesn't come from their emotional state. It comes from how logical their life is and how intelligent they have formatted their day. So Aquarius moons have an ability to, I don't want to say dissociate because that's a legit medical term, but like distance themselves from the emotions that they're feeling and look at life in a logical way and therefore connect through people more with ideas than feelings. They're still emotional, they can still feel trauma and everything, but Aquarius moons have a way of, in their day-to-day life, compartmentalizing emotions and being very impersonal and aloof and coming from a sense of logic and intelligence and planning, like planning for the big picture rather than getting into emotional weeds of things. And when they are emotional, it's generally due to someone acting irrationally and that upsetting them. It's rarely like, oh, this person was mean to me. They're like, this is an idiot. If someone is irrational and hurts them through like being impulsive or being reckless, that could trigger their emotions. And then Pisces moons in their day-to-day life are the dreamers, they're the empaths, they are the ones that want to be able to dream. I know I keep saying that, but that's literally Pisces moon energy is they're dreamy, they feel safe when they can escape through art. They can escape through other things that we're not going to say because we don't want to get demonetized, but generally they want an ability to leave reality and they want a safe like creative space to be able to do that. So in their day-to-day life, they often have an outlet. They need an outlet, they need a place to go that is not of this world to let their mind and their imagination go crazy, and that can be art, it can be spirituality, it can be substances, it can also be a bubble bath. You know what I mean? Pisces placements do have a propensity for escapism, particularly Pisces moon, but it can also mean that they're some of the most brilliant artists because their mind can go to other places that us earth sign people can't. So people most often ask me about moon sign compatibility and relationships, and long story short about that question is that it depends on the whole chart. I'm not going to sit here and say that one moon sign is compatible with another moon sign because I don't want someone to take that and then run with it. I would rather have people know that it depends on your whole chart whether you're compatible with someone or not. But the moon really shows its power in how it interacts in relationships and with loved ones. So now we're going to get into how you express love, how you feel the need to be loved, and how you can have a better understanding of your moon sign and the way that you show up with loved ones. So Aries risings, in relationships, you want passion and you want honesty and you want that fire. You might have slightly more toxic relationships in that way, if I'm honest. You might be someone that is more about directness and is more about the drama in a way that's like entertaining for you. If someone's too slow or cautious, you're going to get bored. You want people to cut to the chase and grab your attention because your attention moves quickly. And you probably need someone who is not intimidated by your power and your directness and your need for that stimulation. You yourself might not be someone that behaves that way, but what you want and what you feel secure by is someone who really like shows their true colors and is direct and honest and very deliberate with pursuing you. Taurus moons, unsurprisingly in relationships, want stability, they want loyalty, they want provisions. So you guys are the ones where I'm not even calling you a gold digger or anything. Get your fucking bag. You want to feel safe and secure and provided for, and like there's a foundation of knowing everything is going to be okay. You do not want drama, you don't want frills, you want solid, secure, you want, if you're the girl, you want the guy who is financially fucking stable. a little bit boring, huge green flags. My boyfriend is upstairs right now playing Magic the Gathering, for example. Consistency and loyalty and a lot of physical affection, a lot of cuddles. You just want fucking cozy stability, and you yourself are very committed and extremely loyal when you latch on. You're kind of like a barnacle. You're a barnacle. That's a new metaphor I'm going to use. Just make sure that you are not clinging on to the wrong people, that their solidness or their dependability, like that is not mistaken as pure compatibility in that sense. Because sometimes you guys can be like, oh, the most stable person, but in reality, they kind of suck. Gemini moons, in relationships, you're connecting through ideas and compatibility of minds and through intellectual stimulation. You are the ones that might be dating like a random fucking guy and everyone's like, where did you meet this man? Where did you find this man? And you're like, he's the only one that I could have a conversation with, or it was interesting. I have a good friend right now, he might see this video, and he's dating a fucking welder. I'm like, where did you find a welder? Where did you find this man? The welder's awesome. He's really cute. He's adorable and sweet and everything. But like, you know what I mean? It's like, where do you find this person? The most interesting random ass people. You want to find intellectual stimulation and connection for, like, you want someone who sends you random memes at 2 a.m. You're like, that's your love language. That's cute. You need intellectual firing off to feel as if you are giving and getting enough from a partner. And with that, I would say, like, be careful about overexerting yourself or having a wit competition. Because I know some people with Gemini moons where even I, as a Libra moon, fall into having a wit competition. And that feels like flirty and cool. And it's not really substantive enough and it's not trustworthy. So Cancer moons, you want to feel nurtured and also nurture others depending on the dynamic and the kind of relationship. Big like mama kind of energy. Even if you're a guy, you really want someone who feels like home and feels like they take care of you and that you can take care of them. You want it to feel like you're coming home after a long day when you see them and that you just feel safe and held and that there's a caring nature about them. You really, really need and want someone who is emotionally totally open, or you will be scared of abandonment generally. You need someone who shows their cards very early and wears their heart on their sleeve as much as you, because you do not want to be left out in the cold. With Cancer moons, it can be important to set boundaries about what you feel comfortable with and what your partner feels comfortable with, so that you don't feel as if you were overextending yourself, and also so that you don't feel as if you didn't give enough, because then you can feel so guilty that you're like chasing them forever, because Cancer moons feel very guilty very easily. So Cancer moons want to feel like they can, like with cats where like they're grooming each other, you want to feel as if you can cohabitate and nurture someone as they nurture you too. Leo moons need the relationship that puts them on a pedestal and allows them to perform a little bit. They want to feel warm. They want to feel admired. You want to both give and get attention. Like Leo placements love fucking attention. They love, you know, gestures and validation and gifts, but they also want to give that. Like Leos want to be on the throne with their partner. So Leo moons want that fun. They want fun. They want to feel as if they're putting on a show with their partner, and they need stimulation. And the important thing can be, remember that relationships require effort and not just receiving. And if a Leo really, really loves you, they will put in that effort and they will light you up so, so much. But if it feels like the show is all about you as the Leo, something's up. You need to make sure that you are giving as much as you're getting and that you are as excited about your partner as you are about them being excited about you. Virgo moons feel and love in relationships with the little things. They want little things to be done for them, like thoughtful little things like coffee left for them in the morning or dinner cooked for them at night or tasks at home being done for them. They love little things that have been improved for them, and they like to feel as if they are appreciated for their service. And they want someone that they can rely on and not have chaos with. They don't necessarily need the validation or admiration of a Leo moon in that way, but they do want to feel as if their partner respects and appreciates their effort, and they want someone that they will not have to raise. Virgos do not have time for incompetence. They want someone that can feel on their level of maturity, but something with Virgo moons can be that they hyper-criticize or constantly psychoanalyze their partners. So just make sure that like you're not wasting more energy than you need criticizing your partner in your own mind. Libra moons need, I don't want to say balance because it might not be 50-50, but they need a very, very tranquil, coexisting kind of bond with their partner. We do not want the highs and the lows. We do not want the extreme toxicity dependence. We want connection and peace and just placidness. We want to feel as if there's not a threat to the relationship or a tumultuousness to the dynamic. And this can mean that some of us people please, moons and don't say what we want in order to just make our partners feel better. We are constantly thinking of like, how can I keep my partner okay instead of how can I keep me okay? I find myself often not saying things that would be a really minor favor for my partner just because I don't want to like make them feel like they have to do something for me, which then leads to a later issue. And so now it's a thing where like I have to say anytime I need help or am confused about something so that it can be helped out because I deserve to be helped out. I can't just do everything myself. So Libra moons, they want harmony and peace with the relationship. And sometimes that can mean that you're with the wrong people just because they're not going to hurt you. But that doesn't mean that they're like the best person, because I found myself with beta crybabies of all kinds of relationships. And they end up kind of screwing me over and usually hopping to someone else and talking shit about me and causing big issues kind of thing. So like, don't be with the most peaceful person because you are scared of conflict. Be with the person that warms you or makes your life the best. Scorpio moons, all or nothing. The relationships that they have and the ways that they behave and what they want is like till death do us part. They love the hardest and they lose the hardest too when something goes wrong. They really, really hurt. So they want a very deep connection, not surface level, and they're willing to have the drama and the conflict and the discovery and the getting to know someone at a very, very deep level. And they are extremely sensitive to betrayal. You betray a Scorpio moon, game over. They are hit list enemy number one kind of thing. You know, with me and my Libra moon, I try to see someone's side. I try to understand why they wronged me the way that they did, because people act from their point of rationale, and I can always, always, always see why they did what they did. And I can still be hurt, but I can logically compartmentalize their actions as, you know, they suck, but I understand why they did what they did. With Scorpio moon, no. You were family cursed for generations. And I don't blame them. They're staying consistent in their philosophical beliefs. And above all else, in relationships and the way that they act, they just want purity of commitment and complete loyalty. And they don't want flakiness. Sagittarius moons, in the relationship and the way that they behave, they want adventures and they want freedom and they want to be excited. They don't want the same thing every day. They don't want stability. Sometimes that can be more than one partner. They want to feel like things are new and novel and changing and fun and very spontaneous. They need spontaneity. More than any other moon sign, they want spontaneity, and they want to be able to go out and do random shit with their person. And they want their person and them to like change over time and grow, and they don't want to be like their partner. They want to be surprised and challenged by them. So balance that desire for fun with real connection and make sure that like this person isn't a complete mentally ill asshole that's just entertaining you. Capricorn moons, love is a business, and it's a serious business. And you will need someone who is dependable, and whether you like it or not, feels like the transactions are worth it for you in the end. They need to be ambitious, and they need to be ambitious in a way that doesn't compete with you. They need to be able to build their own thing and build up you too, and have an amount of like loyalty and service. Capricorn moons often, I find, need a little whimsical sidekick who is not going to threaten them and not going to be in their way, and also lightens up their life but is not going to fuck around. Like Capricorn moons see their entire life as a plan, and emotionally they need someone who is dependable and loyal enough to stick with them while also providing a different perspective and brightening their life, because often Capricorn moons can tend towards depression or just very sad modes of being. So they don't want flaky, but also make sure that you're not picking someone that is just as guarded as you so that nothing difficult comes up, because that might not be a trusting person. Aquarius moon, you want the biggest weirdo, unconventional, surprising person where you feel intellectually stimulated. Like you want someone who can actually make you feel like you're learning something, because you were used to being the person that uses the big words and surprises people and is smart and runs people in circles while you were emotionally off in another place. You're not even feeling anything about these people. You want someone that actually disrupts that pattern and that understanding that you have. So you often want to travel with someone and have novel experiences with them that intellectually benefit you. And also you don't really like the drama and the validation and the gooiness. Like you want something that feels smart and adult. And, you know, something that you can realize might be that the person that you're closest with might not always make sense or be the best like logical move, but it can just make you feel good, and that it's okay. Like it doesn't always have to be part of some big plan and maniacally make sense. It also could be someone that is not as logically impressive, but just makes you feel good. And then Pisces moons, I mean, the degree of boundarylessness, affection, and like caring for others means that you kind of will just fall in love with whoever's in front of you and give you the time of day. And you need to be careful about being discerning and protecting your energy, because not everyone deserves your investment emotionally. But you want a deep boundarylessness kind of connection that feels as if you are reaching something greater than yourself or reaching something outside of that other person. So like all water signs, you want like a ride or die, complete and utter absorption of that energy and an understanding, even if it's difficult, of that person. But more than the other moon signs, you want a spiritual realization from it. You want someone that takes you to a place where you spiritually have insights. And that can mean that could pick rather extreme people or abusive people or people that teach you things but in a difficult way. So I would say learn to like protect your energy and not give that out freely. So now I'm going to give my personal kind of shade and tips to each moon sign because I think some of you guys need some help. So Aries moons, go out and like just fucking work out, please. Get out your energy physically. Do not take this out on other people. You're upset, go run 30 minutes on the treadmill. You know what I mean? You need to go and you need to get out the excess because there's a lot of excess. Creativity can help too, but mainly like make sure to release energy before you act impulsively. Taurus moons, are you actually mad or do you just not have something pretty and aesthetically pleasing around you? Because with you guys, if you have enough around you that's cute, some good food, some art, you're probably gonna be okay. Because sometimes you guys just lose it because you don't have a stable, cute place around you to ground and to feel luxurious. So that might be the answer to a lot of your discomfort. Gemini moons, just fucking talk it out. You need someone or a therapist or something to just talk. Because if you can process it, then the issues often leave. If you can talk about it, you usually feel better. So I would say like don't talk to a million people and like over spread yourself, but keeping your mind engaged with conversation with trusted people often can help you keep from over analyzing or dissecting things that don't need your effort. Talk to a friend. Cancer moons, make sure you take care of yourselves because like Cancer moons are the most extra when it comes to cooking or cleaning or working for other people. Like your houses tend to be like a fucking utter mess. You're never doing shit for yourself. So make sure that unless someone is doing that for you all the time and you completely lucked out in this moment, take care of your fucking self. You need to do that to be able to take care of other people. See it as practice for the future person that you're taking care of. Leo moons, make sure that you're celebrating and rewarding yourself because Leo placements can sometimes wait for external approval or validation or a reason to do the thing or buy the thing. Make sure that you're expressing yourself whether or not that comes and don't suppress yourself because like the saddest thing ever is seeing a Leo that's not in its own power or happiness. Like a Leo that's doing its own thing and is proud, everyone is admiring it. They might say you're cringe, you're not. You were doing something they're too scared to do. So make sure that you're not inhibiting yourself and waiting for the validation. Do the thing anyway. Virgo moon, declutter. You don't need to keep all those things. Like organizing and decluttering your space will make you feel so much better emotionally. So make sure that you are not micromanaging other people's lives while not taking the steps to organize your own. Make sure that you are organizing and making your space as efficient and cohesive as you can. Computer tabs, shit like that. Make sure that your environment is conducive for feeling safe because you, I guarantee it, are not going to feel okay with people around you if your place is to shit. Libra moon, make sure that you are your own best friend and making peace with yourself and not demanding that everyone else make peace with you. What I mean by that is that make sure that you can sleep at night with your decisions and you can get up and go about your day. And even if it means being a little bit more direct or engaging in conflict, you will sleep better at night knowing that you did the thing or said the thing or made the statement that was true rather than shopping or hanging out, rather than distracting yourself from doing the difficult thing. So make sure that you are doing things like yoga or stress relief instead of like running in circles trying to socially analyze everything, because I know all I do is replay things about social times I've been wronged or that I didn't do the right thing to say what I should have. All I do is replay that, and I have to do things like yoga and meditation to somehow do something for myself, because you have to be able to sleep at night knowing that you acted how you are okay with, not someone else being nice to you. Scorpio moons, I don't mean anything bad by this, but like you need therapy. You need to be able to talk things out with someone because you can spiral and feel so deeply about things to a degree that other people wouldn't. I love Scorpio moon, so I don't mean this as a knock. I mean, you need to like talk to someone about the darkness or the depth of what you're feeling. Maybe it's not a therapist, maybe it's just a friend. Make sure that you have someone to be completely honest with so that they can tell you, bro, you crazy about that, or please touch grass, take a walk. Because you can get really riled up high and low in obsession or in trauma dumping. Just make sure that you have someone that can recenter you, that is not romantically tied to you and is not biased. Just like a friend or older mentor or something that you can talk to and get advice on, because when you're bottled up and going crazy, that can lead to wild shit. But I love you. I love the wild shit, but like, someone to talk to. Sagittarius moons, make sure that you plan your own regular adventures and fun. Because if you're waiting on like someone else to go with you and do things, you're likely to do really crazy things to get that high. So like every day, try to do something entertaining and fun to like keep that kind of compulsion and thing that you're doing at bay. Maybe it's once a week you go and go on a day trip or something like that. Make sure that you are like taking yourself out for play dates. Because if you are stir crazy, you start shit. And you start drama and you start crazy shit, you take risks and you whatever. So make sure that you yourself are like filling your quota for excitement. Maybe it's like playing video games or something, but like you are not always fiending for dopamine. Capricorn moon, make it a goal to have some type of emotional vulnerability or growth. Because I know that you like your goals and you like your building and you like your stickers. Try to be like, can I open up with this person? Can I share this with this person? Can I be more honest with this person? Try to see the value in the honesty and how far that can build the relationship, and set goals that are emotional, not just financial or logical. And don't prioritize work over the emotional well-being of the relationship or your life. Make sure that emotionally that foundation's set, because that's the most inward foundation. Aquarius moon, be around people. I find that Aquarius moons self-isolate but do best and are healthiest when they have a lot of social time. So this doesn't mean romantically, but make sure that like you're not doing your interests or doing your thing alone. You can grow a lot from being with other people. You don't have to be this like lone wolf, not ever sharing your ideas. It's really healthy for you to feel inspired in a group, even if you're the leader. So just avoid detaching by isolating so you never have to emotionally feel things with people. It can be more helpful to your intellect to be surrounded by others with like-minded interests. Pisces moon, make sure that you have a creative outlet, something like music or art or even like sports. You make sure you have an outlet so that you do not self-destruct and escape in an unhealthy way. You need another world to go out and get your feelings and delve into yourself and how you're experiencing things, and creativity and music and art. That's how you feel more balanced and at ease. So make sure that you have something that you do to get that out so that you don't turn towards self-soothing ways that are unhealthy or towards like trauma bond relationships that make you feel as if you are solving something when that's not solving anything. So let me know your moon sign and let me know in the comments below if this resonated, if you have any thoughts and feelings and anything that comes to mind about what I've said. I'm curious if any of this lands, or if you know your chart is different and you have things that mitigate this, what you think and why that's different for you. So let's talk about it in the comments. I hope that my Libra moon communicated everything in a very logic, peaceful, unproblematic way. Fingers crossed. But yeah, if you want other videos like this for sun signs or rising signs or any other placement, I would be down to do that. And I'll see you in the next one.